So today I'm going to do squats, so weighted squats, but I'm just going to go through basic squat technique. So it starts with the feet. So your feet sort of hip or shoulder width apart. And what I'd like us to do is screw the heels in. So your trainers or socks, whatever you're doing, is staying on the glued to the floor, and we're bringing the heels in and then leaving them in, and you should feel tightness in the back of your legs, your hamstrings and your glutes, your butt muscles. You're going to leave them in and then scrunch your toes up as if you're on sand and you're bringing a load of sand towards your middle of your foot. So your weight is now in your heels. And then hands up, and we're just going to sit back into that squat with the knees tracking the line of the toes and then come up. So when it comes to strength training, we're going to go into a goblet squat. So that's holding the dumbbell like this in what I call like a tulip shape, close to your chest, screwing those heels in, curling those toes so the weight's in the heels, and then sitting back into it. This is where we ideally want to work our core and pelvic floor. So imagine we're going to inhale and come down. And the pelvic floor at this point is down. So we need to release it and exhale as soon as we come up. So some people I see, they will inhale and exhale with a little puff at the top. The exhale needs to start as soon as you start coming up from your heels. So inhale slowly down. And that's your exhale. Inhale, exhale, and try not to bend forward too much. So use a weight that's comfortable for you, but I prefer to hold it like this rather than two dumbbells here because it can make the shoulders drop forward. So ideally a goblet squat. Now, if you're suffering with feelings of prolapse or a heaviness below, then always go for a very light weight. And also with your feet position, don't have your feet too wide apart. We want to protect that pelvic floor. So bring your feet in a little bit closer, or even go for what is known as a narrow squat, where your feet are facing forwards and they're just a fist width apart, but the knees still need to come out wide. So you're holding it like this again, and inhale, exhale. So if you have prolapse symptoms, I'd go for that version. And if you're using a weight, a very, very light weight. So strength training isn't about going as heavy as you can too soon. We really want to incorporate the breath so that the pelvic floor is taken care of. And as I said, when you are inhaling, your knees are tracking the line of your toes as you come down. Don't worry that your pelvic floor is dropped at this point. As we've spoken about before with the pelvic floor, it's all about the contraction and the release. It's constantly going up and down. We've got those muscles that are working, and your pelvic floor being that layer of 3 different muscles to just help support us. So it's a brilliant way of working the pelvic floor and the core, but only if we do it with the breath. So please comment below if you've got any questions.